Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are mixed, commodities are lower, and Bitcoin is also trading lower in the pre-market on Tuesday morning. Now, we don't have any economic numbers coming out today. Of course, the U.S. government is closed, but we do have a lot of earnings numbers coming out on Tuesday. Now, crude oil made a new low yesterday. For the last 2 days, it's held the 56.25 level at the close. If we take out yesterday's low, then 53.13 would come into play. At the same time, crude oil is struggling. We had a pop in natural gas yesterday. It is back on a buy signal as of Monday's close. Looking at the price of gold, it was higher yesterday, did not make a new closing high, but it did make a new high yesterday. And we're giving up most of those gains going into the open on Wednesday morning. We're still dealing with 43.75. We've been up there for the last couple of days. So if you had an order in to sell up there, it certainly got filled up at that level. Now, on Monday's trading action, it turned out to be a very positive day for the market, and we ended up with a lot of new daily buy signals, including the S&P 500 and the Vanguard Total Market ETF. Now, I'm not excited about these buy signals right now because we're still trading within that range from the previous week's trading action. So we haven't really broken out to new highs. We certainly have new short-term buy signals, but no major change going on just yet. Now, the VIX came down hard yesterday. We are looking for a close below 1813. We closed at 1823. And so we're still on a buy signal here. Unfortunately, the VIX ETFs both rolled over on Monday. They're both back on sell signals. I'm going to wave my sell signal off for the time being and wait for the next close below the lower channel line before exiting the remainder of my long VIX ETF. Now, yesterday morning, we took a look at Bitcoin and the related stocks in the crypto sector, and Bitcoin traded higher. We're still holding the $106,250 level. And so we know that if we break that, then 100,000 is our next target to the downside. 112,500 is a resistance above where we were trading yesterday. Bitcoin is trading lower in the pre-market this morning, so we may be giving up yesterday's gains on Tuesday. There was only one trend change in all the symbols we looked at yesterday, and that's HIVE. HIVE is back on a sell signal as of Monday's close. Moving on to the U.S. most actives, starting off with Big Bear. We're sitting right on the edge of a new daily sell signal. No change in trend for NVIDIA. Bitfarms, no change in trend there. Then we've got Plug Power sitting right on the edge of a new daily sell signal. Any lower close on Tuesday would generate one. Now, one of the reasons that the U.S. markets were up yesterday was Apple. Apple, of course, is in the Dow, the NASDAQ 100, and the S&P 500. Had a big move up yesterday, heading towards our next target of $265.63. We got as high as $264.38. So a little over a dollar away from hitting the top of our projected trading range. And it is also our next target on the weekly chart. Looking at Rigetti, we're sitting right on the edge there. We need to close below $43.63. We closed at $43.31. So you should check that stock in the pre-market to see if it's popping higher or heading lower before you take that sell signal. Then Archer Aviation is still on a sell signal, no change there. Denison Mine still on a buy signal, no change there. A close below yesterday's low would generate one on Tuesday. Intel still on a buy signal here, no change there. We're back on a buy signal for Ford as of Monday's close. Then we've got Cleveland Cliffs making a new high yesterday, gapping higher. We've got Tesla back on a buy signal. Again, I would sit on my hands and not, chase Apple or Tesla up at these levels. Advanced Micro Devices still on a buy signal, trying to get to 250. It was trading lower in the pre-market last time I checked. Let's finish off this morning's presentation, taking a look at the TSX most actives from Monday's trading action. And we're not going to see any trend changes here. Canadian Natural Resources making a new low for this move. Second day of a sell signal for Sandstorm. No change in trend for Bitfarms. No change in trend for Capstone, for Enbridge, for Cenovus. No change in trend for B2 Gold, having an inside day on Monday. TD Bank flip-flopped last week. It is struggling around the $112.50 level. There's a high from late September. If we were able to take out that high, then 118.75 would come into play. Right now, I'm looking lower, and I would use the midterm chart if I still held any TD Bank. And today we're looking for a close below $108 to generate a new daily sell signal on the midterm chart. Looking at Barrick, no change in trend there. New closing low for Whitecap for this move, then a new closing low for Suncor on Monday. And then last up, or almost last up, we've got TELUS still on a sell signal here. I was also almost going to call it Tesla, but it's TELUS, and no change in trend. We certainly traded above the upper trend line yesterday, but gave all that up and came right back down, closing below the lower channel line. And last up is Tilray, still on a sell signal here. No change in trend on Monday. Okay, folks, that is all for Tuesday morning's presentation. So far, it looks like a fairly quiet open on Tuesday morning. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Wednesday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.